All right, George Hill had an interesting take on why he missed the national anthem today during the during the Orlando Magic and Milwaukee Buck game. I believe the Milwaukee Bucks advanced to the second round. They will pay the Miami Heat. I didn't watch the game at all. None of the games been interesting today. One I was paying attention to the Rockets and the Oklahoma City Thunder. I was turned on Madden to kind of fix and play Madden for me, and I came back. It was a blowout. You know what I'm saying? So let's talk about what George Hill had to say. I put it on the screen. He basically said that he had to do his pregame ritual and take a dump. All right. So, I mean, obviously that was by design by him, in my opinion. He was the one that put the bug in the player's ear in the Milwaukee Bucks locker room not to go out for Game 5. People felt blindsided when the Bucks did it. They felt that the Bucks should have consulted with the other teams, but they did it. I mean, it wasn't like they didn't see it coming. Toronto was going to do it, but Toronto ended up, getting past Brooklyn Nets, and they wasn't going to be able to do it until, Saturday was when they were supposed to play, I think, Game 1 of the second round. So, I mean, shout out to George Hill. That's what he chose to do. The nation is seeming a little callous, especially when it come to police towards black people. We know it's been going on. It's been going on for a long time. Emmett Till, Rodney King, and stuff of that nature. And, at the end of the day, it's just something that we got to persevere through. Police reform or, whatever the situation may be. It's some things that could have been done different. I mean, I'd rather see him had got a Rodney King beaten. But, George Hill definitely feels some type of way. And being from playing in Milwaukee, I think he's from Indiana himself. He knows what the racial separation is between, blacks and white people in that area. You know what I'm saying? Milwaukee, in a lot of situations, they still basically segregated. I got some people that's from Wisconsin, from Milwaukee. I got some people that's from Racine. I had a guy that worked on my high-low team back a few years ago, and he gave me his experience about being up in Green Bay while he was contracting, doing some work. So it was George Hill's excuse. That was his version of Kaepernick. I respected Kaepernick. I respected Tebow when he did it. I mean, it is what it is. People can get mad at George Hill all he want to. George Hill feels some type of way. But one thing George Hill got to know, and what LeBron basically said to them boys in that meeting, is this. You can't be radical and commercial at the same time. Being radical means you got to be an entrepreneur. You got to have your own business. You can't have no boss, or you got to have your own movement. And your own movement got to be fruitful. And it's hard to feed a movement, financially. That's why you got cults and churches and stuff of that nature. It's hard to feed a movement. It's hard to keep it funding. This is why you have certain groups robbing banks and doing drug deals to fund their movement. So these dudes got to remember is, don't compromise your living if you ain't got a backup plan and you ain't ready, man. So let me know what you guys think about what George Hill did today, and said basically he was taking the Duece during the national anthem, doing his pregame ritual. How do you feel about it? Don't forget to check out our NBA Talk playlist. Don't forget we on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Appreciate everybody for reaching out. If you got business question, inquiry, response, video request. We also got a Facebook group. Hit me up, YouTube question, whatever it is. Want to make a donation? Cash App CJ Good 313. Best way to donate is to share the video, but PayPal link is there as well. Let me know what you guys think about George Hill. I think it was very interesting. One time for the one time we gone. Sorry for the cricket. Few days he should be gone. We gone.